Hi there. Today we're going to look at the art of the Northwest Coast Native Americans. This artwork is from the area of the Northwest United States, near the state of Washington and Alaska, and even up into Canada. Most of the artwork involves the images of animals that are found in that area, and they are animals that these Northwest Coast artists are familiar with. You're going to see a lot of bears, wolves, beaver, a lot of ocean life, fish and killer whales, salmon, turtles, and a lot of birds. There are lots of birds in that area, the ravens and seagulls and eagles. So you'll look here and notice that we have fish. I'm sure you can see this is a fish. And a killer whale, if you look closely. This is a frog. You may have to look kind of closely to see he is a frog. And this is a raven. You probably aren't going to see any elephants or lions because those animals aren't found in this rather cold area. Notice that you can recognize these animals and tell what they are, but they don't look very realistic. They don't look like a photograph of the animal. And that is what we call stylized, because the Northwest Coast artists use particular shapes in a distinct way to form their animals. There are three shapes that are used over and over again. The first is an ovoid shape. An ovoid is a combination of an oval and a rectangle, and it's used often for eyes. If you look at the raven's eye, you'll see this shape. It's really a rectangular shape, but it's got curved edges, so it looks kind of oval. And then you'll notice that it's also used for the frog's eyes. They're also ovoids. And even the killer whale's eye is an ovoid. You'll also see that ovoid shape is repeated oftentimes inside the animal. If you check out this shape, it's an ovoid. You'll notice there are ovoid shapes in the whale's tail. You can see them in the frog's hands. You'll see them in the raven's wings. There are ovoids in there. And in the fish, we have a lot of ovoids. You'll see one right here. There's another right here. Ovoids are used over and over again. Another shape that is used continually is a U shape. And if you look at the fish's tail right here, you'll see these two U shapes. They're laying on their side right now, but then there's also a really big U shape that fills up the end of the tail right here. U shapes are used over and over again. This lovely raven has a U shape in his wings, a U shape that's repeated over and over again. And you'll notice there are three of them right here in a row too. These are called split U's because they happen to have a white shape that is drawn right down the middle of the U shape, and it becomes a split U shape. You'll see that split U shape down here in the killer whale tail too. You can see it's a U, but it's got that line through the middle of it. The third shape that is used, besides the ovoid and besides the U shape, is an S shape, but you don't see those quite as often. If you look at the frog's hand right here, there is this S kind of a shape down here in the bottom of his hand. If you look at the raven's tongue, you can see a bit of a S shape there, but that S shape isn't used nearly as often as the ovoid and the U shapes are used. Notice too that the colors that the Northwest Coast artists use are generally black and white. You see lots of black and white. And then sometimes they add in the color red. Occasionally you'll see the color blue, or you may see a green color used, but black, red, and white are the colors that are most of the time recognizable in the Northwest Coast art. I'm hoping that you will recognize Northwest Coast Native American stylized art wherever you happen to see it. It's pretty distinct, and I hope that you like it as much as I do.